Top 10 Oblivion Mods 2020. This should be your first port of call. Number 10, the Unofficial Oblivion Patch. It fixes over 1,800 bugs still present in Oblivion even after Bethesda finished patching it. So that's 1,800 floating rocks, see-through walls, and twitching animations you'll never have to deal with, not to mention the hard crashes. There are a couple of separate patches for the expansions and DLC too, so be sure to pick these up if you're planning on visiting the Shivering Isles. Number 2, Obscurus Oblivion Overhaul. In regular Oblivion, the world seems to level up the same rate you do, which means every battle presents roughly the same map challenge. Obscurus Overhaul changes all of this, setting different level caps for different areas, turning Cyrodiil into a dangerous and unpredictable wilderness. The Overhaul tweaks almost every aspect of the game as well. Magic is easier to cast, advanced creature AI ensures animals react realistically, boss characters spread throughout the world to provide extra challenges and desirable loot drops. Small mods also incorporate including AI tweaks, battle alterations, and hundreds of new weapons and items added to the game. It's a good mod. Number 8, Midas' magic spells of Aurum. Turn your enemies to gold, ride a magic carpet, summon a Balrog, and blast through 7 new areas. The mod adds hundreds of new magical abilities to Oblivion, along with the mounts and even transformation powers. The mod claims to be a rebalance of Oblivion, and it does to a certain extent. Once you gain the most powerful spells on offer, nothing will stand in your way. Check out the insane lightning storm ability in the video below. Check the description. It'll be there. I promise. I promise. Number 7, Unique Landscapes. Unique Landscapes is a series of mods that aims to turn every location in Cyrodiil into a handcrafted masterpiece. Each mod has a different author, and each author is encouraged to bring their individual style to each area, ensuring that no 2 locations are entirely alike. 22 areas have been revamped, with more in the works. This mod works beautified with Carl's Textures Pack and natural environments. Combine all of them to see Cyrodiil at its finest. Finest. Number 6, Francesco's Leveled Creatures and Items mod. Francesco's mod shares a lot of similarities with Obscurus Overhaul. Both mods make Oblivion a more variable and interesting experience by altering the leveling system of creatures around you. Players who are new to Oblivion will find Francesco's mod to be a more forgiving experience, especially at lower levels. Francesco's also gives you the option to turn off many of its features, letting you preserve Oblivion's core experience and pick the challenges you like best. This is a great alternative for someone's first time, and I recommend trying this one before you try out Obscurus, unless you're of course a hardcore gamer. Number 5, Deadly Reflex. Deadly Reflex adds some needed strategic depth to Oblivion's combat, adding a set of new maneuvers and attacks to your arsenal. With Deadly Reflexes installed, you'll be able to dodge incoming attacks, stun opponents, and even finish them off with a well-timed impale move. Your opponents have the same abilities too, of course, making fights tactical, intense affairs. Combat now looks and feels more visceral too. Critical hits result in placing ludicrous death animations, and the new slam-face rest stealth kills see you snapping necks and slitting throats with brutal exuberance. Number 4, Carl's Texture Pack 3. Carl's Texture Pack 3 is the most popular and thorough Oblivion texture pack out there. It comes in several different forms to suit different PC specs, so don't pick one your machine can handle. Even the low-res versions are a big improvement, but the largest ones transform Cyrodiil completely, filling the world with intricate detail. As you can see in this picture, it makes Cyrodiil just a beautiful landscape. I recommend it every time you play Oblivion. Up next we have number 8, Dartified UI. Sick of only being able to see 5 items at a time in a list, irritated by gigantic fonts and clunky interface, Dartified UI completely redesigns Oblivion's user interface, renovating every menu screen to make it work properly on your monitor. It also replaces the world map with a beautiful high-detail color version. It's not a major overhaul, but it makes everything slicker and easier to use. It'll work well with other mods here too. I use it every time I play Oblivion, and I recommend it for you too. Number 2, Natural Environments. Natural Environments contains a series of subtle updates that work together to improve the way the world looks and feels. With new dynamic weather effects, revamped water effects, foliage tweaks, and addition of birds and insects, Natural Environments does a great job making Cyrodiil feel much more like a living, breathing world. I recommend it every time you play Oblivion. Up next at number 1, the final mod, the greatest of all time, we have number 1, Mardigan's Monster Mod. Mardigan's Monster Mod adds 150 new types of creatures and enemies, making the game much more varied and place to explore. Like Obscurus Overhaul, this mod also adds unique boss creatures with their own tailored loot drops, including new weapons and armor. Because of that, you're likely to see a few conflicts with trying to run Marsmon with Obscurus and Francesco's Overhauls. If you want to install 3 at once, and don't plan on painstaking install procedure though, check out FCOM. Meanwhile, take a look at the trailer below for a glimpse of just many of the creatures Mardigan Mod add. This is the best mod for Oblivion. I recommend it every time you play. Black Wolf out.